This afternoon, before anyone came to the picnic, I went over to the old maple tree and I took out my pocket knife and I carved a heart in the side of the tree. I put your initials in the heart and I put my initials underneath with an arrow to the heart. Later, when you came to the picnic, you stood underneath the maple tree and you saw the heart, the initials, but you didn't understand. Later that afternoon, after we'd all finished eating our fried chicken, you went and stood underneath the maple tree again, and I went and I stood next to you. I stood really close to you. And I whispered poetry that they had us learn in school. You heard the poetry. I know that you did. But you didn't understand. If I were to climb to the top of the maple tree, and I were to stand up in the highest branches, and I were to shout to everyone below, I love you! I love you. Then would you understand? And the tree that Jesus died on, it wasn't a maple tree. It was a cross. And he didn't have to carve a heart in the side of that tree to show his love for us, because that tree was stained with his own blood. And he didn't have to climb to the top of that tree and shout down to those gathered below that he loved them. He just hung there, dying, saying, Father, Father, forgive them. They don't even know what they're doing. And they didn't. And we still don't. It's time we got back to the tree as an individual, as a people, as a country, as a nation. It's time we got back to the tree. There's peace at the tree. There's love at the tree. There's joy at the tree. There's forgiveness at the tree. And there's room at the tree. Jesus was half beaten to death before he ever made it to Calvary. He couldn't even carry his cross the whole way. Another man had to. When they reached Calvary, the cross was taken from the shoulders of that other man. And there, according to history, Jesus was stripped naked before the multitude. And he was pushed backwards onto a cross. And a Roman soldier stepped out from the crowd with a hammer and some nails. And he took Jesus' dirty feet in his dirty hands and he stretched them out on the wood. That soldier took a nail and he centered it right in Jesus' hand. And that soldier drew back his hammer. And the hammer fell on the wooden nail, threw his flesh into the tree, and they laughed at him as he cried for them. There he hung, the faultless one. But didn't he live? Oh, didn't he? Didn't he? And didn't he give? Oh, didn't he? But didn't he die for you and me? Bugler, blow your horn, blow your horn. Now the curtain's gone, Now the battle's done, I know the victory's won. Drummer, drum your drum. He broke death's chain. The Lamb is slain. But didn't he live? Oh, didn't he? Didn't he? And didn't he give? Oh, didn't he? But didn't he die for you and me? Now doesn't he live, my brother, doesn't he? Doesn't he? And doesn't he give, sweet sister, doesn't he? But didn't he die for you and me? But didn't he die for you and for me? Now do you understand?